I had 9:59, you know what I mean? Jumping the gun. You're a little too quick today.
It's 10 right now.
You're waiting for.
I want to call me to order and pledge allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Report any executive sessions that are out. Public comment. It's your last week.
Good morning. Oh, I know you did.
I did.
Yeah, sure. Do I get 6 minutes today then, or just straight?
No.
All right, Jeff Dunkel, Palo Alto. Just the normal stuff here. Stevens, the paperwork. Mike, he was at the last meeting. Mr. Opaque was at the last meeting I was at. Requested it. He was here. I'm not sure what the holdup is or why the paperwork isn't being released or even an answer or response. No idea. She retired from the position supposedly, and now she's back working in the building through a different agency or partnership or whatever.
She's the one.
Not for the county, correct. So I think that needs to be brought to light. I ran into 3 people over the weekend that were Mohawk County, previous county employees, 2 of them in that office. And some of the stuff that I heard, now it could just be because they're previous employees and they left because of her. But if even a fraction of what I was told, and some of the emails I've seen, extremely troubling. And she was involved in every one of them. There's one issue that I will definitely be looking, 2 of them that I'll definitely be looking into. And if they're proven, it was before your time, Larry, but God almighty, you guys will be worse than Luzerne County when that comes out. Definitely a cover up, definitely major story. So I'll be looking into it. Right to knows will be filed, but all these people feared retaliation because of the way she was. Some of the messages I seen that she would send them, screaming and yelling on the phone, threatening them. She's not the person that some of you are making her out to be. So I just want to reiterate that. One of these people used to stick up for her every time I would mention her name, and now it comes out with all this information. So it's mind blowing, and hopefully you guys look into what went on down there, because if this one thing is true, the county will have a bigger lawsuit than Mr. Alcova, just for sure. Moving on to Ms. Gaffney, she still hasn't explained her FMLA statement. She made it 526 days ago today. I think the taxpayers deserve to know why she doesn't come to work. I believe it was 100 hours she worked in 6 months, less than 100 hours. 6 months back in 2024. She's not doing as well either, 2025, and I don't know anything about 26 yet, but 526 days she hasn't responded to it. She's been at 2 meetings when there were tours. I think the taxpayers deserve that. Also, is there anything on the third-party investigation that was brought up regarding Fremont Borough? I know the borough lied to you, Larry, about the investigation not going on at the time. Has that been looked into any further, or is that just being tabled and let go?
The investigation was never completed. What I understand, their third-party investigation, nothing was ever done with them.
Okay.
They never charged. There's nothing.
But you did receive the whole thing and review it?
I found.
Okay.
And that's a personnel matter for Fremont. And with us, like I said, he was hired. This man was hired well before that report ever came out. The county never had it before. He was hired before that, and there's no.
It was shortly before it came out.
Like 6 weeks, 6 days.
But the investigation was going on, and you were lied to that there wasn't going on.
No, they said he was cleared by ethics. Which they do have a letter that says he was cleared by the ethics board.
Okay. Can I get a copy of that? Did you get one, or?
I guess I don't know if it's public knowledge or not.
I haven't received anything.
Yeah,
I'll put it right down if I can get
Okay,
it. If
you
not,
got
that's
it,
fine.
treat, you got it.
No, I got it, that's fine.
Good time, Jeff.
Okay, last thing,
Finish your
the
statement.
only other thing I wanna bring up is the whole thing with the homestead, farmstead paperwork. You know, there's a lot of things online, you always see, people don't like reading articles, they don't like looking into things. Just to clarify, the people at home listening or watching, that the new bills that are going out are no cost to the taxpayers.
No.
Everybody's thinking, oh, the courthouse screwed up again, so one thing I'll say is,
No, it was.
it is no
completely
cost to the
their fault.
taxpayers.
It was completely the printer's fault. They did something in an address bar, and they
Right.
put the school
School
district's
district, yeah.
address. Somebody didn't hit the right button.
Right.
But no, our office took care of it right away, made a phone call and said, you're printing all new bills, and it is no cost to the county.
Chrissy finally did something there, huh?
Yeah.
All right, thanks, guys.
But I just want to say thanks to Jeff and Josh for getting it out on social media, because by doing that, it did alleviate a lot of phone
Yeah.
calls coming into the office. So thanks to you two.
No, the county was on it right away, because we found, it was like, oh, God. But it wasn't our fault, finally. Stop, it's good.
I'll give you that.
Okay. Any other public comments? Let's move on to the meeting, children and youth.
Morning, Commissioners. On behalf of Children and Youth, Carl Rumble, we have one item to present today, requesting approval of an agreement with the Republican Herald, Pottsville, Pennsylvania, for advertising for local foster parent recruitment. Terms include a monthly cost of $1,450 with a yearly cap of $17,400 and a term January 1st, 2026 to December 31st, 2026. This agreement does not include any change in rates compared to last year.
Now, is this just for the, publication or online or?
There's a print ad.
Because, do we know how much circulation does the Boston Republican have anymore in the county?
The print ad is only one component of it. The agreement also includes targeted emails to individuals within the community. I believe they're using particular demographic information that we specify for them in that outreach, and that has resulted in some amount of response for the effort to recruit more foster parents. Also appears on their website. The agreement in previous iterations included a billboard, but we weren't really finding that to be working. And there's also, I think I mentioned on their website, but also their electronic edition of the newspaper.
Okay, could you ask them for their circulation? How many households they still circulate to?
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you.
Well, they also have online people too, right?
Yeah, they have some online, but I'm curious what their online subscriptions are.
They provide routinely the number of targeted impressions. I don't have those figures
Okay.
with me, but we do collect
Is
that
this being
information.
done with grant money, Carl, or?
It is no longer under federal grant, and as that grant had come to a close, that was where we tried to pull back and dial in on just the advertising efforts that were working for us.
Okay, thank you, Bob. President Alcohol? Yeah, you got a lot. Is that why you pointed, Elaine's like pointing to him?
Yeah. John Reed Drug and Alcohol Program. Basically have two items, but first one is requesting the BLC to approve the following 25-26 contract addendums. First addendum is with Eagleville Hospital to increase their contract cap from $54,000 to $56,244. And the second addendum is with Cole County Wellness, doing business as Berks AIDS Network and Schuylkill Wellness Services, to increase the contract cap from $75,000 to $75,500. And the second item we have is we're requesting the BLC to approve the following contracts for the period of January 1st, 2026 to June 30th of 2030. All the following fee-for-service contracts will contain a fee schedule on Appendix B to show the rates for each facility and the services provided. These rates are adjusted on a yearly basis based on XYZ packages that are submitted by the provider and reviewed by the SDAs according to DDAP guidelines. And those providers are Advanced Treatment Systems, LLC, doing business as Lebanon Treatment Center with a contract cap of $180,000. Avenues Recovery Medical Center at Valley Forge with a contract cap of $45,000. Bowling Green Incorporated of Brandywine LLC, doing business as Bowling Green Brandywine with a contract cap of $90,000. Carbon Monroe Pike Drug and Alcohol Commission with a contract cap of $67,500. Clearbrook Treatment Centers LLC doing business as Huntington Creek Recovery Center with a contract cap of $45,000. Clinical Outcomes Group Incorporated with a contract cap of $900,000. Cole County Wellness Services doing business as Birds AIDS Network and Schuylkill Wellness Services with a contract cap of $67,500. Crossroads Counseling Incorporated with a contract cap of $112,500. Drug and Alcohol Rehabilitation Services, it's known as DARS, doing business as Manos House with a contract cap of $45,000. Eagleville Hospital with a contract cap of $54,000. Endless Mountain Behavioral Health Center Incorporated with a contract cap of $45,000. Fire Tree Limited with a contract cap of $360,000. Gadenzi Incorporated for their inpatient services with a contract cap of $396,000. And Gadenzi Incorporated for their outpatient services with a contract cap of $157,500. Lisa Vincent Guaro doing business as Guardian Angel Recovery House with a contract cap of $90,000. Here Incorporated doing business as Speed House with a contract cap of $45,000. Lehigh Valley Hospital Schuylkill Counseling Center for their healthy life skills groups with a contract cap of $45,000. Another contract with Lehigh Valley Hospital Schuylkill Counseling Center for their outpatient services with a contract cap of $315,000. Liberté Incorporated with a contract cap of $45,000. Marworth doing business as Geisinger Marworth Treatment Center with a contract cap of $67,500. New Directions Treatment Services with a contract cap of $225,000. New Roots Incorporated with a contract cap of $21,600. Pathway to Recovery Counseling and Educational Services with a contract cap of $67,500. Pennsylvania Counseling Services Incorporated for their outpatient services with a contract cap of $90,000. Pyramid Healthcare Incorporated with a contract cap of $675,000. Sage Action Consulting with a contract cap of $184,500. Service Access and Management Incorporated for fiscal consulting, managing, and reporting with a contract cap of $216,000. Treatment Trends Incorporated with a contract cap of $157,500. Victory House with a contract cap of $45,000. And White Deer Run LLC with a contract cap of $540,000. All the following cost reimbursed contracts will contain a budget on Appendix B to show their line item expenses. And those providers are Center for Community Resources Incorporated for case coordination and warm handoff with a contract cap of $1,155,101. Child and Family Support Services Incorporated with a contract cap of $1,029,687. Child Development Incorporated with a contract cap of $54,500. Geisinger St. Luke's Hospital with a contract cap of $81,000. Lehigh Valley Hospital Schuylkill Counseling Center for their in-depth youth vaping program with a contract cap of $117,081. And Pennsylvania Counseling Services Incorporated for prevention services with a contract cap of $666,860.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Where's Andrew? You gonna give us a song report? He's gonna stand by.
I am not today.
You are gonna stand by us?
We're gonna talk about this grant. Good morning, on behalf, John Blickley, on behalf of Emergency Management. Our request today is to approve the state fiscal year 2025-2026 Hazardous Materials Response Fund grant in the amount of $15,580. The grant is used for a portion of salaries as well as enhancing response capabilities. The grant was reviewed for legality and formed by the Solicitor's Office.
Nothing on the snow.
Nothing on the snow. We're looking at the impact and we'll kind of go from there. We're still 4 days out, Commissioner. Thank you.
Hey, grant writers.
Good morning, Commissioners. Cheryl Fuss on behalf of grant writers. Today I'm requesting approval of a revision to the 2022 CDBG program, moving $6,813.36 from the Butler Lavelle Park to the Butler Rehab line item, $4,324.36 from Butler Spring Street Park to Butler Rehab, $2,436.32 from Wayne Admin to Wayne Summit Station ADA line item, and $29 from West Penn Township J.E. Morgan Park ADA to West Penn demolition line item. Approval of a modification to the 2022 CDBG program, moving $77,654 from Pine Grove Township ADA Improvement Phase 1 to ADA Improvements Phase 3. Approval of modification to the 2023 CDBG program, moving $77,677 from Pine Grove Township Housing Rehab to ADA Improvements Phase 3. Approval to advertise for a demolition project in the borough of Montgomery City. And then the next three, I am requesting immediate approval. Would you like me to read them individually and you vote on them, or read all three?
We can vote on all three at one time. But, the reason for the immediate approval request is because they're time sensitive.
Correct. Approval of a contract in the amount of $11,181 to Bederick Excavating Incorporated for a demolition project at 300 East Lloyd Street, Shenandoah. Okay. Approval of a contract in the amount of $28,812 to Robert Guzik Demo for a demo project at 211 Washington Street, Port Carbon, and approval of a contract in the amount of $23,700 to Arthur Pat Unks Inc. for a demo project at Zero Mill Alley, Pine Grove.
I'll make a motion that we approve the Lloyd Street Shenandoah project, the Washington Street Port Carbon project, and the Mill Alley Pine Grove project.
Second. Any question?
Commissioner Fedora,
Yes.
Commissioner Heatherington,
Yes.
Commissioner Hess.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sheriff, for the good work you do, we appreciate it.
Thanks, Phil. Mental health. Now yours is shorter.
That's why I had John
You
come
could have
up.
split his up some.
I covered for last time.
Oh,
Mental health development service approval for the administrative entity operating agreement with the PA Department of Human Services Office of Developmental Program, which applies to the MHDS program administration of the Consolidated and Personal Family Directed Support Waivers for persons with developmental disabilities under the jurisdiction of the administrative entity commencing January 1st of 2026. This agreement replaces the current agreement, which was effective March 1st of 2019. Approval of a memorandum of understanding and agreement between Schuylkill County and the 24 county MHID program, which includes Bradford, Sullivan, Cameron, Elk, Center, Clarion, Clearfield, Jefferson, Columbia, Montour, Snyder, Union, Forest, Warren, Greene, Huntington, Mifflin, Juniata, McKean, Northumberland, Potter, Tioga, Wayne, collectively known as the 24 County Consortium, for the purpose of implementing a long-term structured residence program, which is LTSR. The goals of the LTSR is to better service the population of individuals residing within the counties who have the mental health disabilities and who are concurrently involved with the criminal justice system.
Anything else? What are we going over?
Connor Matz, MIS. Approval of purchase 701 complete from E Plus. It'll be a 3-year contract totaling $47,571. Billed yearly at $15,857. The county is applying to be reimbursed for 70% of the cost for the first year through the fiscal 2024 state and local cybersecurity grant.
Turns up.
Lindy, County Treasurer, the Treasurer's Report for December 2025, ending balance in all accounts, $83,283,069.70.
Thank you. Solicitor's office.
Morning, Commissioners. Solicitor's Office is presenting a motion at the request of the Schuylkill County Industrial Development Authority and the Central and Western Chester County Industrial Development Authority under the Tax Equity and Fiscal Responsibility Act of 1982, known as TEFRA, to adopt a resolution approving tax-exempt financing by the Central and Western Chester County Industrial Development Authority in the amount of $667,000 for a $1,867,000 project consisting of the acquisition by Andrew W. Daubert and Alina N. Daubert of 150 acres of agricultural land for the purpose of dairy farming at 100 Pine Hill Road, Pine Grove Township, Schuylkill County, Pennsylvania. This requested approval is required by TEFRA and does not represent any borrowing or financial responsibility of Schuylkill County. I can also add that the required TEFRA hearing was conducted at 8 a.m. this morning at the offices of the Central and Western Chester County Industrial Development Authority. And the report I received was that the CWCIDA conducted the TEFRA hearing this morning at 8 a.m. Frank Zukas, Mark Menig, and Martin Cerullo on the call for SKIDA. The CWCIDA solicitor had opined that there was no need for SKIDA board members to be on the call. There were no members of the public present. The Chester and Western Chester IDA staff outlined the project, and the board voted unanimously to approve the program financing through the Next Generation Farmer Loan Program. Action by our commissioners on the resolution acknowledging its submission today and voting to adopt and sign the resolution next Wednesday would be the next step in the project to move forward. This is a routine scenario when private activity tax exempt financing is being used.
I can make a comment on this one. I did attend a SKIDA meeting, and this is a great example of how a young couple are going to take their dad and uncle's farm, move it ahead one more generation. It's a beautiful operation, big dairy barn, bunch of cows. Just a perfect example of how we're using leveraging local money to help keep this in this farming operation as opposed to being developed in a warehouse or a housing. So I'm following the SKIDA people at British. Farmers are asset rich and cash poor. That's our curse. So this is a great example of using a system that helps.
Right. It permits them to borrow at a cheaper rate, a tax exempt rate. So,
Yeah.
thank you.
Thank you. County Administrator?
On behalf of Schuylkill Conservation District Agricultural Land Preservation Board, approval of the reappointment of Keith Moss of Sacramento as chairman of the board for a year 2026. Next, approval of reappointment of Harold Martin Pottsville and James Hempro Pittman for a 3-year term, January 1st, 2026, December 31st, 2028. Next, approval of the appointment of Eric Wolf of Pine Grove to replace retired member Russell Schmidt, Pine Grove, for a 3-year term, January 1st, 2026, December 31st, 2028. And on behalf of the Workforce Investment Board, approval to reappoint David Schultz as a member of the Luzerne Schuylkill Workforce Investment Board beginning January 28, 2026, January 27, 2030. Mr. Schultz is currently employed by Benton Foundry, Benton, PA, as the Human Resources Manager to represent the private sector in the manufacturing industry.
Finance Officer.
Very good. Good morning, Commissioners. We have 4 items for informational purposes only. All prior year budget adjustments. Human Services Block Grants, MAP P at 2664, Risk Management at 2850, Public Works at 7860, and Human Services Block Grants again for HSTF at $11,920. Then on behalf of the Human Services Department, we ask to approve the supplemental budget appropriation resolution also of 2025, which is 2025-27 for $9,024 with an immediate approval requested. And on behalf of the District Attorney's Office, again, approval of supplemental budget appropriation 2025-28 in the amount of $400.
May I have a motion for 2025-27?
I'll make that motion, sir.
Second, the question?
Commissioner Dora?
Yes.
Commissioner Heatherington?
Yes.
Commissioner Hess?
Yes. The motion for 2025-28?
I'll make that motion.
Second, the question?
Commissioner Fedora?
Yes.
Commissioner Heatherington?
Yes.
Commissioner Hess?
Yes.
Seeking approval of a 12-month contract renewal with Equifax Workforce Solutions for the Affordability Care Act 1095C reporting. There's a yearly 5% increase, which relates to 5 cents per employee. Total expenditure $7,156 for the 2025 1095C reporting. That's personnel. And the transfer of Alexander Beck and Deanna Haynes to correction officer full-time from correction officer part-time, both effective 1/26/26. The rate is 26.4555, and the rate is for the contract. So in the business transfer, Courtney Fry into the program secretary position coming from the CL position, also effective 1/26/26. The rate is 29.0843 for the contract. In Human Services, the appointment of Brielle Schwab as a clerk technician 2, the rate is 13.9298, effective 2/9/26. Requesting a motion on that particular item. And in Children and Youth Promotion, Shelby Walkuski to Fiscal Tech, the rate is 22.68, effective 2/2/26, coming from clerk technician 2. And there are two informational items in court administration, rescind the appointment of Crystal Craig as a law clerk, effective 1/19/26. And in domestic relations, the appointment of Judy Evangelista as secretary 1, effective 2/2/26, rate is per the contract. All appointments pending drug test and physical where appropriate. All actions involving salary or for positions being created are pending salary board approval.
Well, you want a motion for the 3 prison things too, right? Okay. So can I have a motion for the 3 prison transfers and the employment for human services?
Second.
The question?
Commissioner Fedora,
Yes.
Commissioner Heatherington,
Yes.
Commissioner Hess.
Yes.
Any new business?
Motion.
Salary board, working in executive session.
Better Health.
Public comment from salary. board. Human service, human resource items, personnel actions.
Alrighty, in tax assessment, wage increase for Christine Zimmerman, chief assessor, to $66,288.16, effective 1/1/26. That's a 2% increase. Also in tax assessment, a wage increase for Tanya Kovacs, deputy chief assessor, to $41,737.29, effective 1/1/26. That's a 2% increase. In court administration, rescind set salary for Crystal Craig, law clerk at $61,399, effective 1/19/26. In human services, create the position of clerk typist 2, effective 2/2/26, and then set salary for Brielle Schwab as that clerk typist 2. The rate is 13.9298, effective 2/9/26. In adult probation, eliminating the position of 2 adult probation officer 1s, effective 2/2/26, and creating the position of court collection coordinator, effective 2/2/26. And finally, in children and youth, set salary for Shelby Walkuski as a fiscal tech, the rate is 22.68, effective 2/2/26.
So can I have a motion for the 2 tax assessment wage increases?
Second.
One question?
Commissioner Fedora,
Yes.
Commissioner Heatherington,
Yes.
Commissioner Hess. Controller.
I have a motion for the court administration, rescinding the salary.
So moved. Second.
On the question?
Commissioner Fedora,
Yes.
Commissioner Heatherington,
Yes.
Commissioner Hess.
Yes.
Controller Yekenship. Yes. Judge Russell.
I have a motion for the 2 human service
So moved, sir.
positions and set salary.
Second.
The question?
Commissioner Fedora,
Yes.
Commissioner Heatherington,
Yes.
Commissioner Hess.
Yes.
Controller Yekenship. Yes.
Any new business for salary board?
Motion to adjourn, sir.
Thank you.